Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and I'm taking over Mike's channel for the day because we set each other a challenge, and that challenge was to find the best camera gadget for under £20 or $30. Now if you want to see Mike's video, that's over on the Geekanoids channel, link underneath this video, but for now I'm going to show you what Mike purchased me, and he was very clever indeed because he didn't just get me one product, he managed to get me two products for that budget. Now the first one is the Ultradisc 4033. This is a lapel microphone. I'm going to show you this in the second part of this video. And the second product is the Rycote micro Windjammers. Now I'm going to show you these straight away because these are really exciting. What they basically are is some little sticky sort of discs that you place around the microphone on your camcorder, DSLR, or even a compact digital camera. And then on top of those little sort of self-adhesive rings, you can see the rings here, you get 30 of these in the package. You also get these little furry sort of windjammers or windshields, or dead cats that the larger ones are called, and you stick these over the rings and then they block out any sort of wind noise when you're out and about recording with your camera. So what I've done is I've put these onto a compact camera, the Nikon Coolpix S9500. This is what it looks like with the Windjammers on. You saw me just actually putting those adhesive rings on the camera and then adhering the little furry sort of windjammer to the top. And then I took this out and about. I'm going to show you how it performs right away. So we're out and about now with the Nikon Coolpix S9500. We've come up to what is a very windy spot, and I wanted just to show you the scenery and also just talk to you about the quality of these little sort of windshields from Rycote that I've got placed on top of the camera. Now I'm going to just pull the camera round into this position just so I'm a little bit closer to the microphones, and I just want to zoom in. Let's just move over this way a little bit. I just want to zoom in over the back there just so you get to see where I am. So I'm sure that you will appreciate this. Just in the distance there, that is a ferry crossing the English Channel. There's another one behind it, and then there's another one in front as well, and then the lighthouse just in the middle there. Let's just zoom in a little tiny bit more if I can. And is it going to focus? Let's pull the focus in, and we've got the little tiny lighthouse there. Look at the size of those ferries going across the English Channel. So it's a very windy day, as you can see from all of the plants blowing around and all of the sort of the shrubbery moving in the wind. Very, very windy. And now what I'm going to do is pull these windshields off the top of the camera. So you might not be able to hear me as clearly now, but now we've taken the windshields off of the camera, you can see them in my hand here. I'm going to blow away if I don't hold on to them too tight. And now you're going to experience the audio from the Nikon Coolpix S9500 without those windshields covering up the microphone. So hopefully you'll still be able to hear me loud and clear. I'm actually going to speak a bit louder so that when that wind blows, you'll still be able to hear what I'm saying. Let's just take a little walk down here, and I'll just show you down on the beach because the tide's out at the moment. Let's just show you this view. So you can see there the tide has gone out, so we've got all of the beach and the rocks down there. Really, really nice place to spend time in the summer, this. And we'll come back out again. So the wind has actually dropped a little bit now, so it's not quite as windy as it was a moment ago. The wind's picking up a little bit now, so you'll hear how effective these Rycote windshields are. Whilst I'm walking along, I'm going to actually put these back on. Back on the camera the second time. So that's one, covering one microphone, and then we just cover up that second microphone as well. So now those Rycote windshields are back on. And now I'm going to head back to the studio and show you the second product that Mike sent over for me to test. So I think that these Rycote micro windjammers do a brilliant job. They certainly did improve the audio when I was out in those windy conditions. There are a couple of negatives though. The first one is that when these are on the camera covering up the microphones, obviously the circuitry inside the camera tries to compensate for the audio levels because you're sort of muting the audio slightly. And what that results in is slightly distorted audio from time to time, but still a big improvement over hearing that wind all the time and the audio cutting in and out. The second thing is they're quite large, So on a DSLR I think it would be fine. On this compact camera it's just about fine. It does cover up the power button very slightly, and it also obscures the sort of pop-up flash. You've got to be careful with that. And on some of the smaller compact cameras I've tried them on, it's just impossible to stick them on in their current form. You end up having to cut them down. But overall, they just perform really well. This is what the packaging looks again. So this is the Rycote Micro Windjammers. Now the second product that Mike purchased me is this, the Ultradisc 4033, and this is a little sort of lapel microphone, under £10, so around about the sort of $14 to $15 mark. And this is what you get inside the pack. No fancy packaging. We get 2 foam sort of windshields included, so you get a spare one in case you lose the one that's on here. And then if I give you a little close-up of the microphone, so we've got a little clip just here, which you can obviously clip onto your collar here. I'm already using a lapel mic, which I'm going to switch over to this one in a minute. But this is what the clip looks like. Nice strong clip. We've got a 1 meter cable, and then we've also got a 3.5mm audio jack. Now the 1 meter cable isn't very long. I would have liked to have maybe got a 2 meter cable, but you can probably just about live with that. And then if I take this foam windshield off, you can see the actual microphone capsule. So it looks all right. It looks very well made actually, but I suppose the important thing is how it sounds. So at the moment you're listening to a Panasonic X900 camcorder, and I've got my Micronic lapel mic plugged in, and this is what I use in all of my videos. So let's pause the video and plug in the Ultradisc 4033. So the audio you're hearing now is from the Ultradisc 4033 lapel microphone. Now I haven't managed to run the wire up inside my jumper and clip it on to my collar because the measly tight-fisted 1 meter cable is just unworkable. That's the only letdown with this product really. The price is right, but the 1 meter cable, you just can't work with that. You need really 2 meters plus. Now I'm sure Ultradisc sell lapel microphones with longer cables, but this fitted within the challenge and the budget we had. So the 4033, a letdown on the cable length. With regards to the audio quality, I want you to decide. Let me know in the comments section below what you think of the Ultradisc 4033's audio. Now compare it to the original audio you were hearing, which is from the Micronic lapel mic. They both come in at around about the same price, under £10 or $15. Now the 2 products that Mike purchased me, I must admit the favourite one is this, the Rycote Micro Windjammers. They really did improve the audio quality of my compact camera. You can use them on DSLRs and camcorders as well, and I think these are really useful devices to add to your camera bag. Because you often find yourself out and about, and if windy conditions ruin your footage, these make a really worthwhile purchase. Now if you want to see Mike put a condom on my channel, yes, you heard me right, Mike putting a condom on the Geekanoids channel, then check out the link underneath this video. Please do hit like on this one you're watching now, subscribe to both MTP Flies and the Geekanoids channel, and I'll see you all in a future video.